right, so let's talk about how to set up keywords. Okay, so the first thing is you already have two keywords set up. One start and subscribe, one stop or unsubscribe. So let's just take a look at that. So they're automatically active, can't turn them really on or off, all right? So let's check out the message. So subscribe to bot. So, you successfully subscribed to the page. The next post is coming soon. Stay tuned. Great. If you want to unsubscribe, just type stop. So that's fine. But when when we're subscribed to a bot, we can either turn on this message that they get this, or as part of our welcome message, watch, see, welcome. Okay, as part of our welcome message, what will happen is as soon as someone, let me give you a tip right here. Okay? As soon as someone comes over the welcome message and they click this button, remember, they're automatically going to be to subscribe to the bot. When they subscribe to the bot, they're going to receive the message that I just showed you. It's the very first message that they're going to get. So, watch this. Keywords right here. So, what some people do, edit message. What some people do is this is the first subscription of the bot. I'm going to give you just a couple of really quick different options. One of them right here is, hey John, congratulations, you're subscribed. I have something special for you. ... delay, right? So delay 3 seconds. And then it's a video or an audio, and it would start an indoctrination process, maybe through 1 or 2 messages, maybe 1 or 2 videos, maybe 1 or 2 audios, or maybe just, like I said, just one. But it's, hey, I'm great you're here. So for one client, it's a standard text message that just says, hey, I'm really glad that you're here, John. I have a special message for you. If you have just a moment, I recorded this really just for first-time people just like you. And it's an audio message welcoming people into ManyChat. So it's basically like, hey, I'm really excited that you checked out our page, ABC strategy. We cover a lot of different strategies, and I'm happy that you're here because of. So start the indoctrination process right when they've subscribed in, and leave a voicemail. Have a short little video. Don't make it cumbersome with lots of different ads and options. Very clean, very simple, and you always want to make sure, remember, once they're subscribed, leave this PS in here for just this one message. Let them know, of course, that they can stop at any time. Okay? You can also add a little image in here, which is always great. Now, the other thing that I like to do, no. Yeah, we'll say keys draft, which is fine. Okay. Unsubscribe from bot. So that's pretty much it. Do you really want to unsubscribe? Right? I might say, are you sure you want to unsubscribe? But I allow them to double opt in. I mean, there's no trickery here. We're not asking people, to stay opt in to get a bunch of automated messages. If they want out, I want to make it as easy as possible for them to get out. And keep in mind, you will have a higher opt-out rate in Messenger than you would with email, and there's lots of different other reasons behind that, but it's fine, right? They want them to opt out, they're going to opt out. All right, so keywords. All right, well, let's talk about a keyword now. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead, we want to change this. So, subscribe to bot, right? They get an action. See, subscribe to bot. Unsubscribe to bot. We want to know when people unsubscribe to bot. So, add tag. So, we're going to put this from bot person. Okay? Now, the reason I put person is down the road when we're running pay-per-click marketing, as like a 301 training, is people will message us from pay-per-click marketing. They'll message us, but they won't double opt in, or they won't confirm the welcome message. And then what will happen is, as a maintenance, we'll go remove those people. And I always want to know, who are the people who just didn't opt in versus the people who unsubscribed? So new tag, I'm always looking, so I can always look. And plus, when people unsubscribe, it's going to tell me a lot anyway. Because when people unsubscribe, maybe they had a bad experience. So I can sort by people who unsubscribed, and I can see what were the messages that they saw for them to unsubscribe. Maybe they just weren't interested, or maybe I accidentally sent 3 messages at once, right? Okay, next one. New rule. So let's say that I want someone to message my page and I want to talk about what would be just an easy flowers. So let's just say that you're going to talk about flowers. You're going to be talking about certain flowers and tea. So actually I'm going to put this, tea flowers. You can put 2 words, okay? Tea flowers. So if anybody messaged me on the page tea flowers, a certain sequence will start. So what I'll do is maybe on a Facebook Live, someone will say, hey, if you would like to know more, message our page directly, tea flowers, to find out more about the flowers in our tea. Great. This is essentially where you're creating opt-ins very quickly, off the fly, very easily. What we're always looking to do is we're always looking to get more and more people into ManyChat. Why do we want more people into ManyChat? Because we can change around the welcome message, we can change around the default reply, we can change around the main menu, we can change around the sequences, we can send out broadcast. The open rate and contact rate is so high here, we want to keep getting people into ManyChat. So how do we keep getting people into ManyChat? Well, one of the things is we can have people message us specific keywords to find out more information. So let's just say, for example, someone's going to message us tea flowers. Great. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to do this because this is an example. Purple. Okay? Because we're talking about purple cabbage. And I'll show you the exact setup here in just a second. But the message is purple. So someone messages in purple, create a keyword. Great. What's going to happen? Remember, if someone messages in something, they're taking an action. So action. So I know that this purple word, for example, is with a Facebook Live for 5/23/17. Okay? So I know the only way if anyone's going to message purple, because this is the way I set it up, if anybody's going to message purple, anybody, I know without a doubt that they came from this Facebook Live. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new reply. So what I'm going to say is, let's let this load here real quick. Great. So great, John or Joanne. I see that you were just, and then I always like to acknowledge. So checking out my video on so you were just checking out my video on purple cabbage, or you just requested information, however you do this. But for this simple purpose, we're saying if someone messages the page purple from one of our Facebook videos, so if someone messages the word purple, they're going to get the following information. Great, John. I see that you were just checking out my video on purple cabbage. I just put that line in there so people would fill in the blank. I have some great info for you. What are you most interested in? So actually, great info. So sorry, before I go what interested in, what we may do, for example, is we may say purple cabbage. You're gonna love this. Add button, right? And use this for your own niche. And of course, I never want you to make anything up, but I'm gonna show you just a couple of very quick examples. So I have some great info for you. So this could be purple cabbage, benefits. Benefits of the food, because I couldn't fit the whole thing in there. I think I can spell food at 1:30 in the morning. All right. So benefits of the food. Great. Now this may go to a website. Okay. Third-party verification. Great. I'm going to click this right here. I'll change the link in a second. What doctors say. Link. Add button. One more. recipes for purple. There we go. So that's a little long. So recipes for cabbage. I bet that works. That purple. There we go. So recipes for cabbage and website. Now, here's what I may do. So I'm talking about, let's just say that I'm in the health food niche, right? And let's just say I want people to eventually go through my nutritional series where it's for $97, for example. Many of you have seen the case study we've talked about with Brian Johnson. I'll go up over here and show you the exact process that he has. But essentially what he does is people will message in purple. He immediately gives them a message that says, hey, I noticed that you were checking out my video on purple cabbage. I have something great for you. And then he lists 3 different links down below. What's the benefits of purple cabbage? What does like another doctor or third-party credibility say? What are some recipes for red cabbage? Because he's really focusing on a certain ingredient in the red cabbage because it's one of the ingredients in their supplement that they sell. So it's one of the, he's able to say, hey, if you've watched my Facebook Lives over the last couple of weeks, you can take all these different ingredients and you've been reading about it, or you can take it in this one single easy supplement. And it's all natural, and he's curated himself, and he's a brilliant individual. But now this is how he introduces, instead of saying, hey, try my supplement, try my supplement, try my supplement, he's creating a lot of other ways to get to the supplement. So he's just telling a different story. This is the whole marketing part of it, right? Not the technical part, but the whole marketing part. So recipes for cabbage could have another URL in here. Now, one of the things that I recommend, again, is, if possible, a little audio, because they're easier to do. Video requires a little bit to render. But you may say, hey, I noticed you're checking out my purple cabbage video. Benefits of the food, what a third-party credibility says, some recipes so they can use it. Then what I always like to do is add in either a card or a gallery. Again, you're going to get some people to click on the link right here. But typically what I like to do is add in a gallery. And the gallery is going to be the exact same links typically, but it's going to have an image, a title, subtitle, and then we talked about having a button down over here. So imagine the experience is you're watching a video about a purple cabbage in a blender for a smoothie, and you're like, I didn't know that they had the properties to do whatever. And the talent would say, hey, if you're watching this right now and you'd like to get some additional benefits on what purple cabbage can do for you and some great next steps you can take, I've put together some notes for you. I've actually just recently looked over a study from a Harvard doctor that shows the benefits of purple cabbage, which is great. I'm also going to talk about the 3 main principles or the 3 main ingredients you need to know that are inside of cabbage that, oh my goodness, are so good for you. And I'm going to give you some recipes. And by the way, to make it all really easy, we also have this all gathered together in one place. Well, you'll see in the message. So what happens is benefits of food, what doctors say, it's all third-party credibility. You may have the same links down over here, but now you may have a link to a 14-day trial or a 14-day challenge. So what happens is they've just watched a video about purple cabbage. They're seeing a message about purple cabbage. They're seeing all this work they could do about purple cabbage. You're not giving them the answers. Here's the links to send them over. Or if you have something down here below, it could be, hey, take advantage of this and 24 other ingredients in our daily supplement. Click here to lead people over to the supplement. So we love doing messages just like this for the keyword, to where the text is right here, a couple of different links, an audio ideally, or a video is fine, and then this slider image of 2 or 3 different options so people can click on. So right now, just right here, that is a bunch of information about that one video that you just did, and probably a bunch of different links that you could have got, probably you've already had stored away, either in old video clips that we could probably use that are under 5 minutes, or old links or giveaways or whatever. Now, at the bottom of the message, we always want people to have some type of takeaway. So yeah, they can go to different sites here, but if they don't see anything else, so what we may just say is this. Helpful in the quick message. Helpful. And then, remember we picked the emoji, we did this before if you're watching the training before. So yes, So, or no. No, not for me. Okay? Pick an emoji. Now remember how I wrote these messages before? So this was on another client's account, but when I wrote these messages before, I could actually go ahead and click this message right here. Nope, not for me. And we usually do a standard message, so it would be select existing right here. And what the standard message would basically be is something like, oh, hey, I'm really sorry to hear that, John. What kind of feedback do you have, or what would you like to see more in the future to make this process easier or make this process better? Or what questions do you have? Was this helpful? Yes. Hey, thanks for the feedback. Have you thought about one of our challenges? So now it's going to take them to the challenges. So for our client here, we're talking about purple cabbage, right? We give them all the third-party information. We give them the pictures. And then at the end, if they don't do anything, hey, was it helpful? Yes. Okay. Hey, if you consider maybe, so for this client, consider taking our 14-day challenge where you take one of this ingredient and 27 others for the next 14 days to see how your body feels. This is how we start streaming together messages. So one of the things I tell my clients, you're responsible for just producing content. We will figure out the keyword. That keyword will land people to a startup message to get them started in the process. That startup message is going to look something like this. Again, we want to make sure it doesn't cloud the phone too much, right? If it looks like it's being too long of a message, we're going to give people options. But this is perfect for when you set up a keyword. This is a perfect example of the resource you can give people for that keyword and then to move them to the next step in your funnel. One last thing. When we set up the keywords and tag them properly, now what we can do is, let's just say we do a video on purple cabbage. Now when we do a boost post to that video on purple cabbage, now what we're able to see for $15 is we'll see how many people clicked on all these. We'll see, first of all, how many people messaged in, number one. So now we know how many people are messaging in based off a keyword. And we can see it in a Facebook report, but that's for a later story. We can also see what links they're clicking on, and we can see, okay, does this video get me people who get in because of a keyword cheap, and do they click to next actions? Or is this just a good way to get people in by a certain keyword, get more people into ManyChat, like an opt-in? Because remember, at any time you can boost a post where people are commenting on a keyword. The keyword puts people into a sequence like you see right here. And then anytime you want to change any of your offers, you can just change any of your offers. So your ad's already running, your sequences are already running, but maybe you just got done with your 30-day challenge. So you want to take out your 30-day challenge from this slider, put in your 14-day challenge. It still goes along with this message. It's great. This is where you're instantaneously changing your funnel for any running ads. You're not having to start and stop. The idea is to always have your ads running, always have some type of giveaway like you're having your opt-in, but now you have lots of different types of giveaways. Leads to a message like this to sequence people on more. Again, remember, the last important thing is anytime someone clicks on something, remember, we're going to want to put a tag. So recipes for cabbage. So it'd be purple dash recipes for cabbage website click. And then we would label all of these for the clicks. So again, a little bit longer video, but this is exactly the way that keywords are set up for, really for when they come in for like an opt-in. This is because we want to start talking about like getting leads or people into ManyChat. This is one of the ways how to do it. Now we can use keywords later to help automate conversations when people ask us questions, and the messages will be much shorter. I wanted to make this video to give you an example of how to get people in. Then we'll talk about the automation process later. Let me know if you have any questions. The next thing that we're going to talk about after keywords is I want to go to engagement tools. See you on the next video.